My name's Brian Dibala. So I'm a freelance illustrator on the side for passion. I love drawing and painting, capturing like wild ideas I come up with, monsters, kind of occult symbolism and stuff. By day I do tech work, and that just kind of funds my passion. So constantly trying to come up with new ways to make my things. So different paintings or coloring books or pins or any other ways I can capture and share things with people. People that'll stroll in and they're like, what is a drink and draw? It's like, I mean, it's pretty simple. You just hang out and drink and draw. The concept hasn't been hard to get across the artistic community. I think the only thing that keeps people from coming is just not knowing about it, or just some people just prefer to make art solo or have certain rituals or whatever. But it hasn't really been hard to build what this is becoming as far as a concept. So Drink and Draw came from me. Basically, I'm super extroverted and I like hanging out with people. So I would spend my weekends out with people. And then at the end of the weekend, I'd feel guilty because I didn't get anything done, and I'm working all week, and then all my time's gone and I hadn't actually like drawn or anything. So my thought was, why don't I start a group where I can go hang out with people, but also still draw and do the same thing, so I can scratch the itch of being social, but also get something done. And as it started to happen, I actually made a few good friends from the beginning, just posting on Facebook or different places like, hey, I'm going to draw here this day. I made a few friends. I was like, this could be something cooler. And then I traveled to a few other cities and I found their drink and draws and saw how cool it could get. And so then I just really started pushing to get consistency and try to build a community here of more people to just hang out and do art. Like, it doesn't matter, do a coloring book or whatever, just come hang out. And it's a really accepting community too, that we have people that are fairly introverted, people that are fairly extroverted. There's no pressure, you don't have to talk, you don't have to do anything, you can just be, and it's fun. The joy of this group is that we just hang out, and I mean, yeah, we make art and stuff, but more than that, the whole point is like a community to just sit around and talk about what we think about art, back each other up with the same kind of thing, because we still are people, and we still are self-conscious, and so we're like, oh man, this sucks, I should just quit, whatever. And then we're backing each other up and showing each other, hey, do you see how you did this? I could never pull this off. The way you did lighting or the depth in this is wild, and I don't know how you made it look that cool. Or you drew something so simple but so powerful, and I have no idea how to stop drawing long enough. Like, to just step away and be like, this is perfect, no more lines, because I have to like put tiny lines everywhere and stuff. So it's just a really good community to back each other up and just talk about ideas and concepts, and even how to post online, what to post, how to engage with people, stuff like that. I mean, even down to materials and stuff, but we do a lot of theory about art and stuff in general. Some of my biggest influences have to be old and new cartoons all across the board. There's so much awesome stuff that's been captured and just hasn't even registered for most people. That's so awesome, and I've just been so enamored in cartoons. There's a huge movement that's been happening, probably people my age having the same kind of like ability to share everything they're making and have been making forever now with the internet, Instagram. Some of the greats like Skinner, Alex Purdy, they were part of a group of artists, not a team. Zero Friends did awesome stuff. And now, I mean, a lot of my inspirations are just people around my peer groups that I find on the internet all over the world doing amazing stuff. And it's a really cool vibe right now. Stuff that I think I'm the most excited about now is I'm getting into large format pieces, and I'm getting to do a little more with bigger space. I've been doing a lot more work with individuals and with companies for things that represent what they're trying to say, but in a visual way. And now I'm helping them get that out in the world. And so that's been a really fun challenge, and I'm really excited about getting into, get some stuff I'm working on. Other than that, I'm I'm just so excited to like keep going. I feel like I'm just constantly pushing and trying to get better, and I'm nowhere near where I want. And that's what I'm the most excited about, is getting to that level that I want to be at. There was a point where I had just kind of stopped doing art altogether, and I was going to art shows and seeing that there weren't rules, that you didn't have to be at a certain level to play, and that playing didn't mean anything, because anything you create is important to you and it will resonate with someone. So I just looked at some of my old stuff from when I was in high school and early college, and I was like, this isn't bad. So I decided, let's get back into it, let's see what we can do. And the more I looked at everything everyone else was doing and started studying and looking and actually just paying attention to how light works and stuff like that, it just started falling into place. And now I'm much further along, and it's crazy to see the progress. Yeah, so just bouncing around the internet, looking at different people and what they're doing, what they're working on. And there was an artist, Jake Parker, and he's done a lot of classes and stuff. He's actually the guy that started the Inktober whole hashtag, which has turned into something way bigger. I don't think he had any idea how big it would get, but his whole message was finished, not perfect. And that doesn't mean don't work hard on something. It's just don't beat yourself up chasing something that you don't even know what you're chasing. Get to a point that you're comfortable. When it comes to looking at other people and comparing yourself next to them, that's a fool's errand, because we're all different, and what I like isn't what someone else likes. I mean, there's abstract art and everything, so to sit there and say these people are better than me, it doesn't really matter. There's no actual good or bad at art, right? There's just finished products and unfinished products. So when you go to shows and you see stuff, it might not be something you enjoy, but someone else does. So you just keep that in mind when you're working and just say, I like this, I'm doing it for me, not for approval from other people. The idea of success is kind of abstract anyway, right? So even when you've got it, you don't acknowledge it, because if you've got a drive to make and do art and get further, you're gonna keep wanting that, and everything is just kind of gonna line up and feel normal, and it's never gonna feel like success because it's normalized. But getting past the hurdle of selling your first piece, I don't know, you just can't focus too much on this idea of success just because it is so abstract, and it's something that's not really attainable. Like, the concept of success is pretty vague anyway. What is success to you? Does it mean millions of dollars? Does it mean not having to have a day job? Does it mean you live in a car and just sell 2 to 3 drawings on the beach? Like, success is different for everyone. So you just have to not compare yourself to others. What does Omnitopia mean to me? It's finding a balance and finding a way that you can create the world you want to be in with the right tools, and keep that perfect balance running so that you can just stay sustained in a great spot.